Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori Brame and this is Holy City Mystic. Thank you so much for being here. So today we're going to talk about what it's like to have Mars transit the apex of your yod. So Mars has an orbit of about 2 years, give or take depending on the retrograde. So when Mars goes over the apex of your yod, it is not every year. So it's more of a momentous moment. You're gonna notice it more. Another thing you want to pay attention to is if you have your sun above or below the horizon line in your chart. So that line that goes across the middle of your chart that leads from your ascendant to your descendant. If your little sun glyph is below that line, you have a night chart. If it's above your line, then you have a day chart. Now, if you were born during the day, this is going to be a more challenging transit. I don't like saying negative because it might not be, but this is going to be a louder transit. Let's leave it at that, louder. Now, oftentimes what this is going to do when it crosses the apex of your yod is it's going to bring some kind of crisis point. It's going to have a moment where there is a turn to the story. There is something that happens that moves the story along, that increases that flow of energy to your yod. Now, Mars is going to bring the heat. It's going to bring the fire. It is going to bring motivation and drive, all this stuff. But it also brings anger. So just having that feeling of speed and heat and anger, that almost feeling of combustion, is going to happen to the apex of your yod, triggering off the entire thing. So that something's got to give feeling that you have all the time with a yod is really going to be intensified during this. It's going to be very uncomfortable and you're going to have that like fire in your belly feeling of like, okay, we got to do this. Like, I have to get this book started. I have to go communicate with somebody that I don't feel comfortable communicating with, or whatever it is. Now, it is important to watch the retrogrades with this, because what is going to happen is if you are in the path of a Mars retrograde that year, Mars is going to go over it the first time and it's going to be like everything I mentioned. And then when Mars moves back over it, you are not only going to get that feeling of reflection and looking back at things and everything, you might get outside forces as well. So it might be the type of thing where something is going to happen on the outside that makes you look at it in a different angle, and you're gonna feel even more drive, but it's gonna be more of an internalized drive, like more planning and more figuring out exactly how you're going to approach next steps. Depending on what house it's in, it's gonna take on a different flavor. If you guys have any experiences of this or different transits that you've been through in the past few years, or even before, that would be really helpful for people to see just how it plays out. And then when Mars goes direct again, you are going to have that same push, that same fire, only it's going to be like a kicking off point. And when any planet turns direct, it's very slow when it goes direct. And so you're gonna feel like you are chomping at the bit, just like trying to get to the next step because you're so revved up, you're so excited about what is coming next. So again, if you guys have any questions or any stories, I'm always looking for more information. So thank you guys so much for being here and adding to the conversation. And I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.